Liverpool's current defensive difficulties by employing 3 centre-backs, Carragher, Staunton and Babb. All 3 played in that tremendous victory at Aston Villa. Indeed, there is just one change from that side. Steve Harkness, who fell foul of Stan Collymore, he's still out injured. Stig Inge Bjornaby will work on the left-hand side. There's been a late change on the bench, a calf strain leaving out Karl-Heinz Riedler, meaning there's a place for Danny Murphy, along with 18-year-old midfielder Steven Gerrard. Well, through injury, suspension and illnesses, 8 senior players are left out of Tony Park's plans for today. Christian Daly moves to centre-back. Darren Peacock misses his first game of the season with a broken toe. The 2 central midfield men both start a premiership match for the first time, 18-year-old David Dunn and Italian Dario Marcolin, who is on loan from Lazio. Kevin Gallagher takes over the captaincy.
First piece of defensive work for Jeff Kenner. And here's Ince. Bjornaby. Nicely taken by Fowler. It's been a pleasant day weather-wise here on Merseyside. No rain about. Pitch in good order.
It was a perfect footballing day.
It's swung wide well by Jamie Redknapp to Hegem. Owen and Fowler joined by Berger in the centre. The referee, Jeff Winter, acknowledging a flag from his assistant, Mark Cooper, on the far side.
He does like to go forward, Hegem. I think this is a system that really does suit him. Good ability when he gets in the top half as well.
First real test for Blackburn, and John Phelan, who's in because Tim Flowers has a torn tendon in an arm. Senior players are missing in all departments of the side. Phelan has proved himself so far to be a capable deputy, the Australian, and of course it's not been a bad weekend for Australian sportsmen. Headed forward by Johnson. Very important part of Blackburn's work, you feel, how the midfield copes against the talents of Redknapp and Ince and Berger.
Well, there's a very inexperienced Premiership, in regards Premiership appearances of Blackburn midfield quartet. They're fairly young, maybe inexperienced, but they should have good energy, good legs. There's no doubt that they've been told what's expected of them today.
Marcolin played around 150 Serie A games, most of them for Lazio. And of course the wide men, Damien Johnson from the north of Ireland, Damien Duff from the south. But Tony Park's believing that Blackburn should be capable of getting at Liverpool, and if there are defensive weaknesses to be exploited, his team encouraged to bring that approach into the game. Here's Markley. Nathan Blake, who's played in the Premiership, of course, before for Sheffield United and for Bolton. Staunton getting in a tangle. Babb with quite a beefy back pass. Not a flicked at by David James, but he got it away.
You just get the feeling that they're a little bit nervy still. Not only the players sometimes, Martin, at the back, but the fans. One of them makes a mistake.
The versatile Christian Daly playing alongside Ancho in the middle of the back. Sean Davidson at left back on the ball. Very inexperienced at this level, although he is now a full international with Scotland. Redknapp looking left and finding Bjornaby. You can sense the crowd much more confident in Liverpool's attacking skills. And so they should be with Owen and Fowler. Fowler doing some retrieving. Hegem almost through for Redknapp. It got past Marcolin and it bounced off Jamie Redknapp back towards the Blackburn player. Owen letting it run for Fowler, spinning off to get the return. Awkward for Phelan, he's lost it, it's Berger. Goalkeeper did very well second time around.
Well, I think he was looking for a shout from Jeff Kenner for coming for the first one. Kenner was behind him. Didn't get the cross, but he didn't have to make up for it. Brilliant spread from the goalkeeper. Well, this is all about Michael Owen, the little step over and he's away again, such awareness. The goalkeeper's at full stretch here. Maybe Jeff Kenner should be helping him, but I'll tell you what a great spread. Berger thinks he's picking his spot. Well done, goalkeeper.
Fowler. Redknapp again trying to switch the point of attack.
No, Berger wasn't his target. That's a set that was beyond the bay. Just got a little under the ball. He's looking to switch play every time from right to left. Jamie Redknapp.
And Redknapp has a shot and it's a very good try. A player who's been encouraged by Gerard Houllier to give full rein to his shooting power and attacking goal-getting skills this season.
That's a great effort. It's amazing, Martin. First 6 minutes he's been involved a lot. His passing's been good and the accuracy has been good. And I think that gives a player encouragement. Didn't quite get it out his feet. He was trying to dig it out a bit. That's why it went a little high. I'll tell you what, on target, that would have had John Phelan struggling.
Marcolin. Moncho to Davidson. Good pressing by Fowler, who's close to becoming only the fourth player to score 100 Premiership goals, and at 23 he would be the youngest. He still needs 2 more to join Ian Wright, Les Ferdinand, and still the runaway leader, our studio guest, Mr. Shearer.
Well, he's in trouble, Steve Staunton. You would think that should be a booking. And he's a little bit fortunate Phil Babb was around him, Martin, because he could have been adjudged to have been last defender. And I think we'll find it's a yellow card no more, but he just gets caught, I think, wrong side with Babb there. Very close to a penalty. It is outside as he gets hold of Kevin Gallagher. But it's Phil Babb, you see, coming into the picture, not been there.
Yellow card.
Then it might have been red, not yellow.
Well, Blackburn responding to the exhortations from the caretaker manager to be positive here at Anfield. Well, they haven't scored in their last 3 visits. They've got a sight of the Liverpool goal here. Gallagher weighing up the options, weighing up the angles. A deflection, and oh goodness, it's a corner.
On target, it's in. Goalkeeper's going the other way. David James is going behind the wall to cover this. A deflection, big deflection, and just as well it was. They've done nothing if that's on target.
Comes back to Duff. Blake. It was set up for him by Gallagher.
Well, that's a chance. So one thing you have to say, again, they're pretty slack, pretty sloppy, Liverpool. They seem to have so many players and enough players there that invariably 1 or 2 opponents are finding themselves free in lots of space and in around the box. Not a great strike from Nathan Blake, just didn't get his foot round it enough.
Berger prodded forward by Redknapp. Fowler first to it, but not more than a fleeting second. Positive work from Daly. Promise of Duff, and the header from Johnson, who scored with a header a few Sundays back when we were at Ewood Park for the Arsenal game.
Yeah, but this was a brilliant header, Martin, a lot further out. First one was an instinctive one, but this you have Duff skipping past people on the left-hand side. That's a fantastic header. And again, we've seen 3 strikes here today that any of them on target, the keepers don't save. That's a yard lower, and that's another headed goal for Johnson.
Blake. Flag has gone up as the ball came back to him from Gallagher.
I think part of the trouble is if you play with a back four here, Martin, and then Liverpool play the way they're playing, your fullbacks don't have to really get tempted out to be Ornaby here, because a wide midfield player can be the first one, as Johnson's doing now. And it means that the fullbacks can still play pretty much in tight if they want.
Berger. A bit more possession now for Liverpool. Staunton, Fowler, supported by Ince. It's a good shot! It's a truly glorious goal from the Liverpool captain. Tough on Blackburn, but wonderful for a side that has lost their last 3 games on this ground.
Well, the governor comes up with the goods just when it's asked. There's a ball played through and it's just one touch and he hits it. And this is beating the keeper. The only question is it going to beat the post? And Buck nestle in the corner. The answer was yes. He got in behind midfield player Marklin again. Little bit of lax of concentration, and he gets behind Dunn and Marklin. That's a magnificent strike from Ince. Had to dig it out, didn't he do it well?
Well, it's hardly been a lordly opening half an hour for Liverpool, but they lead here at Anfield. Not a vintage season for them so far, but a vintage goal from the England midfield man. Getting the better of Owen. Davidson.
I don't know how often that happens, Martin. First league goal last weekend at Villa Park, and follows it up with an absolute stunner here today. He's just got ahead of the midfield. You said he's had to dig it out, and that's why it goes so high, but the loop in it just gives Violent absolutely no chance. You're right, it's been a struggling half hour for them. That's just what they've needed.
Well, I don't know what Gerard Houllier said to Paul Ince, but I thought there were signs at Villa Park last weekend that Ince was playing more to his strengths, playing in control of his temperament. There were 1 or 2 heated moments in that match against the league leaders. And Ince, who, as we all know, can be very fiery and try at times to referee the game as well as play well in it. He kept out of those sort of confrontations. Here he is, giving some impetus to a team that were troubled by Blackburn's approach in the opening third of this game. Hegger. Here is the man of the moment. And Robbie Fowler saved and then in by Owen, who has a look round. It's his goal. Had a look round to see whether an offside flag would go up. You could say more misfortune for Blackburn. But well, Michael Owen cashes in and it's 2-0.
Ince again plays a big part. Feeds a lovely ball in. Very, very tight with Robbie Fowler. He miscontrols it. Fowler makes an unbelievable block again. Well, when the goalkeeper wants a bit of luck, he doesn't get it. That's a great save, but what about the reactions of this young man? As it comes back off the goalkeeper, watch how quickly he reacts. Or does he? Does it just hit him? For sure.
Marcolin. Well, we have a look to see whether the corner's been given. It has, and David James felt that.
I have to agree with the goalkeeper here. I think he's worked wonders to keep it in. He said he's flagging a hair trigger, this linesman near us. It's been up. Any decision, it's iffy. Up it's gone, but he does brilliantly to stop that and then to react. Can you watch this? There's no way that's out. No way.
Blake. Well, maybe a stroke of fortune that Blackburn badly need, and it almost produced a goal for David Dunn.
That's a decent save again, but post covered. It's not going to go in.
Berger. Now turning back into traffic. Now finding a bit more space here for Hegger. Looking to take it on the burst. Duff showing that he can track back as well as attack with those fine runs of his own, and it was good defending by Damien Duff. Hagan thought he was away. And Daly making Filan stretch. Liverpool trying to bite in here on Kenner with Berger. And Patrick Berger's won it. Owen, a third goal will settle it. Comes out off Filan, so strong was the shot. But Blackburn really got themselves into trouble then.
Christian Daly, I don't believe defenders would play the ball blind like he did. And this is the end result, because when he strikes this, if it's a yard either side of John Filan, it's probably in, such as the power in the shot. Keeper couldn't hold it. It's fortunate it dropped to one of his own players.
It has been a display of fits and starts by Liverpool, but at their best, they've had too much clout for Blackburn Rovers. Redknapp.
It's been a scrappy second half, isn't it, man? It's not really taken any shape. Liverpool have threatened a couple of times, but apart from that, it's been, you know, punctuated by errors and players giving the ball away.
Fowler. Well, he got the dip that he wanted, but Filan not too far off his line.
No, he wanted it a few yards higher. Certainly worth a go. You get this going at the right angle, as we saw with Paul Ince's, at the right height. There's not a lot goalkeepers can do about them.
Berger realising that he could turn. Björnebæk, three in the centre for Liverpool. Able to come off his line and deal with a moment of danger caused by the supply from the left-hand side from Stig Inge Björnebæk.
Good call, I think, from the goalkeeper. That I think Christian Daly was going to deal with that and would have had to have dealt with a horrible ball, but for the good call from the goalkeeper.
Duff in behind Hagan. Not blocked by Babb. He's got to be careful. He was booked, of course. An incident where Alan Shearer, no less, thought that the referee could have taken sterner action. Just to remind you of what's coming up on Sky Sports over the next 2 or 3 days. Wimbledon against Chelsea from the Worthington Cup, 7:30 Tuesday night, Sky Sports 2. And on Wednesday, we're at White Hart Lane. Spurs against Manchester United start at 7, again on Sky Sports 2. Skilled there by Redknapp. Liverpool want to take the free kick quickly and have done so. Hagan prepared to take on Davidson with a bit of juggling and improvising. And the decision is a free kick in Hagan's favour.
Well, people were looking around to see what the linesman is flagging for. A few were looking a bit bemused, but he suggests that somebody was pulling the shirt.
Redknapp with the free kick. Carragher guiding it down. Owen letting it run for Berger!
Good hit, son. Beautiful strike. Redknapp, Ince, now Berger have all hit pretty good efforts on goal from distance today. Only Ince has found the net. That was a super strike. Just couldn't keep it down.
Berger's chipped in with 5 goals already this season. Redknapp with 5, Ince with 4. All competitions these. I mentioned Steve McManaman today, who's still trying to get his Achilles tendon right. He's played through a lot of pain earlier this season. Needed the break, needed the rest. Björnebæk. Owen. Redknapp a bit disappointed because I think Owen knew where he was, but didn't get the ball under control. He could have just reversed it Redknapp's way. And it's Duff. Kenner. Blake, who played here for Wales against Italy back in September, lost 2-0 that day. Who comes close here to improving the scoreline for his new club.
It's a decent effort, Martin. Again, with stuff though high up the pitch. You're just looking to hit this in turn, and if the goalkeeper saves it, gets a hand to it, Kevin Gallagher's going to tap in.
Blake. And that's Farmer making an important contribution. Back from Kenner. Gallagher get to this, he does just. Back for Blake on his good left foot. And the goalkeeper got a touch.
That was a horrible one for him to deal with, Martin, because it wasn't quite hit well enough by Nathan Blake. Almost hits the top of his foot and starts to spin up. Doesn't get right over it, and look at that, and he thinks for a moment it's over his head and in. That's a very important and very good touch.
Owen. Davidson's recovered to stop Owen getting past him. He's done well all show. The bottom line for Blackburn is when they were the dominant force in the game in the opening half an hour. And he took the initiative from the start, which was a credit to where Tony Parks had prepared the team. But then Paul Ince with a real bolt from the blue against the blue and white. Liverpool and the wretched run of results at Anfield to the relief of Gerard Houllier. There's no instant fix for Blackburn. Still bottom, 4 defeats in a row now, just 1 point from 7 matches. Though Tony Parks can point to a significant number of senior players missing today. Those he could pick gave it a go. But Paul Ince ruined a productive period in the game for them. At least territorially they were making chances, and before Blackburn could get their bearings back again, they'd shipped the second goal to Michael Owen. And such is the nature of the league that 2 successive wins can do a great deal for you. They put Liverpool into a more promising position, but Gerard Houllier knows that there's still a lot of work ahead. A final score at Anfield, Liverpool 2, Blackburn 0.